Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. Of course, now we're celebrating 25 years. We are so glad you're with us today. I'm Deb Gillard, your host for today's program. And we would like to start off by giving a big welcome to a couple of brand new show sponsors, Anytime Fitness and Triumph Graphics. Welcome to both of them, and thank you for your sponsorship. We, of course, are always interested in feedback that you have for us. If you would like to suggest a show topic or a guest idea or information that you want us to pass along at the end of the program, please get a hold of us by calling Leanne 390-5751 or emailing us at owatonnatoday@charter.net. We're going to be heading out on location and heading out on location again today. We are going to be first listening to Dr. Shah Khan, who had a recent speaking engagement here in the area, and he is talking about understanding Muslim customs. So we'll be first hearing from him. A little bit later on in the program, an on-location visit to our own Cedar Valley Services to find out a little bit more about what they do and who they serve. So we'll take this first break for our sponsors and we'll head out for Dr. Shah Khan's presentation. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We're on location at the Gainey Room at the Public Library, and we're talking with Dr. Shah Khan. He is a president of the Islamic Center of Minnesota. He also is a part of the member of the Joint Religious Legislative Coalition and Board of Directors, and he's here talking about Islamic beliefs and the Muslim culture. Hello, Doctor. Glad to have you.
Hello. Thank you.
Would you share a little bit about yourself and why you choose to talk and share about your faith?
Well, to begin with, as you mentioned, that I'm a PhD in biochemistry and work as a scientist. And my belief, my religion is Islam, and I practice nothing new what has been said about Prophet Abraham, his belief. So it's the reiteration of Prophet Abraham's belief and faith which Prophet Muhammad brought in. So we as Muslims who are practicing our belief are considered as the Muslims' belief in one God and Prophet Muhammad as his last messenger. So in one short sentence, the declaration of the faith is belief in one God and Prophet Muhammad as his messenger.
Mm-hmm. Now, how you started, you're a scientist, and you started out as a scientist, and now you're in the faith aspect of things. And how did you get from scientist to talking about Muslim culture?
In one word, I can say it's God's will. You know, God gets his job done by choosing his people. So he chose us to do this today, and we are here. Therefore, you know, a kid born in India flew over into Minnesota, and today working as a scientist and at the same time simultaneously volunteering for the Islamic Center of Minnesota, sitting there as the president. He has given me an opportunity to reach out to the community to spread the message of God, one God, belief in one God, and bring the community and people of different faiths together, which is very much needed today these days. It is very important for us to understand that in this era which we are going through, that people of different Abrahamic faiths, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, have to live together and work together. So it is amazing how I feel is that it is a blessing from God to hand over this responsibility, or put this responsibility on my shoulders to talk about the faith which I practice.
Now, is it through your study? First of all, what is the Muslim Bible? We all know the Holy Bible. What is your name for the Muslim Bible?
That's a very good question. You know, it's the scripture of God. It's the very word of God. It's all compiled together in one book called Quran. So Muslims who are practicing Islam, who believe in one God and His scriptures, follow the very word of God, Quran. Plus, there is another book which is the sayings and actions of Prophet Muhammad. It's called the Book of Hadith. So these are the two Bibles, or the books which we Muslims follow, the Quran and the Hadith, together side by side. And basically, it is the same kind of scripture which was given to other prophets before, to Moses and Jesus. So it is kind of the latest version, the most recent edition of God's scriptures.
So was it through your study of the Quran that you felt led to step out and do more ministry, so to speak, or reaching out to others, educating them on the Muslim faith?
You know, living for yourself is one thing, but living for others is something different. So religion is something which teaches you to be in harmony with people around you. Like, for example, a simple example I would like to give you, this is what my religion is. If my brother is hungry, who lives in Chicago, and at the same time my neighbor is hungry who lives right next door, I need to go out and feed my neighbor first. And then later I think about my brother. So it's a big obligation. Irrespective of what my neighbor's religion is, I need to take care of him first. So it is the kind of worship, it's one of the part of my worship to go out and reach out to the community at large. And if they have any misconceptions, and if they need to know about my religion, my practices of Islam, it's my responsibility to go out and teach them. So education is something which is not only the very first word revealed to God, Iqra, read, educate yourself, but also it is something which is very much needed in the society to remove all the darkness that halos we have in between the different communities.
Now today you were here and you were speaking to a group on Muslim customs and insights into how they affect us in today's workplace. And there were a lot of people here from different workplaces. What seems to be the biggest challenge in relating to workplace about customs in the Muslim faith? Because one of the things you said is they have to pray, believe to pray 4 times a day. And so what advice or encouragement can you give to workplaces regarding the prayer schedule?
That's a very good question. You know, what you just mentioned is very important. The customs and religion. So we need to draw a line between the cultural influence of on the religion, because a lot of time people who are Muslims from different parts of the world who come here in America and practice their religion, there is a lot of influence of culture in their religion. So there is a fine line which divides that. So if we take religion, it is a way of life for a Muslim. Islam is a way of life. It's a religion which is chosen by God. So one needs to understand that religion, when it is a way of life, it is never hard on a human being. God has made it very easy on us. And there is no compulsion. La ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion. God is not forcing us to do anything. If He will, He would have forced everybody to practice the same religion, but He did not. He created different people, different cultures, different looks, so that we can understand each other. So it's very important for us to educate ourselves and come into harmony between the workforce and the employers, and understand each other's needs.
Mm-hmm. So does it require you going to workplaces or meetings like this where the workplaces come and hear you speak?
It requires a lot nowadays, because since 9/11, I've seen there is a big surge in these kind of requests. I go out and speak almost every week, once a week, in universities, colleges, public places, government offices, police departments, a lot of places. There is a need. But the good thing about America is that there is an urge for education. There is an urge for learning. That's what I like it. You know, people like to understand who these Muslims are, what kind of religion they practice. I think education is the means, the best way to remove all this stress people go through and all the bigotry which is going around. So have taken a very big step in expanding this outreach program to go out and educate people. So it's very important.
How are some of the companies overcoming the prayer schedule, or how do they work with the people in their companies to try to honor their religion or their faith?
Yeah. I need to say this very openly, that we need education on both sides. The Muslim community needs to be educated, as well as the employers need to be educated. There are a lot of things which, as I said, that there is a cultural influence in that. Like, for example, as simple as that, the prayer schedule. Like, Muslims are supposed to pray 5 times a day, and most of the work schedules, if it is 8 to 5, noon prayer, afternoon prayers fall within the time schedule of your job. So there are time windows, a Muslim can go out and pray. And at the same time, it's our Constitution, it's a blessing that every one of us know, that Constitution allows us to go and practice our religion at the workplace. So these are things which are very helpful, but of course, like, educating people, the administrators, is very important.
What misconceptions do we have of the Muslim religion, do you feel?
There are lots of misconceptions. People think that, oh, you know what, these Muslims are coming here to take over America, with Sharia law. I myself have never seen, or nor any Muslim have ever seen, a book of Sharia law. There is no such thing called Sharia. But if you look at the, concept of Sharia law, which is, people are talking about, protection of life, protection of property, freedom of practicing your religion. This is our Constitution. It's American Constitution. So there are lots of misconceptions, and people need to be educated on that. As we talked about, that women are being oppressed by their husbands or their fathers or their brothers to wear their dress. Mm-hmm. You saw in my talk, like, it's a verse from Quran which asks or requests, or God ordained this to cover the women, their beauty. Before that, the verse is ordained for men to lower their gaze and to dress appropriately. So unfortunately, this is not projected in the media about men's modesty.
Also, a thing you said in the talk this morning is a lot of Muslims like to come because of it says, be educated. And they come to America because of the education system. Did I hear that right? Mm-hmm. Or because of the education they can get here? Is that true? Yeah,
most of them are coming here because it's a good place where you can achieve your dreams. America is a land of dreams, and most of them are, if you look at in a medical field, in our scientist research field, in IT, you have all doctors and engineers who are from Muslim world, and Muslims are predominantly in the professional areas. So,
if we want to learn more about Muslim and what their cultures are, could you share with our viewers some references or things if they wanted to read up more on the subjects?
Yeah, and please do not go to TV to learn about religion, especially about Islam. I request you to contact. If you're interested in learning something, go to the right place. Come to Islamic Center. Just Google. Find out the centers. Learn something about Islam or religion or Muslims from the person who practices that, who teaches that. I'm not here to preach anybody, but learning about any subject or any person is about going to the right place. Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time and being with us today. We appreciate it. We'll be right back. We're going to take a short message to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Did you know there are families in Steele County that go to bed hungry every night? This is Stormy Traum, Director of the Steele County Food Shelf, reminding you that March is Minnesota Food Share Month. So far this year, we have provided food to over 1,086 Steele County households, and the need continues to grow. Please help us keep our shelves stocked with nutritious food and donating money or food items to the Steele County Food Shelf. Our goal is to raise $100,000 this March. No one in Steele County should have to go to bed hungry. Thank you for your generous support of the Steele County Food Shelf.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I am Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
I'm Bill Owens with the Owatonna Business Incubator. Whether your business is just starting out or is expanding, we have the office space and manufacturing space that you need. As the Small Business Counseling Center for this region, we are able to help you in your expansion or your startup of your business. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're on location here in Owatonna at the Cedar Valley Services, and we're going to meet some very delightful people who help run the programs here. To my left is Dave Williams. Hi, Dave.
Hello, Linda. How are you?
And what is your title here?
My title is Division Director, contrary to being called the Major Dude. Actually, it's the Division Director.
Okay, and how long have you been here?
I've been here for 29 years.
Okay, and to my right I have...
My name is Jerry Ann Hendricks, and I am a program manager here at Cedar Valley. I have been here for 20 years.
You just pass it along, yeah.
I am Melissa Beck. I am a supervisor here at Cedar Valley, and I have been here for 27 years.
I am Deb Langer. I am a manager for a vocational program, but also for our residential program, and I have been here for 36 years.
And I am Karen Otto, and I am a vocational counselor here, and I have been here for 8 years now.
And I'm Linda Karnauskas, your host. Dave, why don't you explain to our viewers exactly what is Cedar Valley Services?
Sure, Linda. I'll try to compress about 5 hours of information into about 5 minutes of dialogue here. Cedar Valley has been here since 1973 in Owatonna. Started out in Austin in 1961 and expanded into this community in response to the parents and family members and people seeking vocational services, and that's really been our major thrust through the years. Vocational services, getting people involved in work training, etc. And so what you see today will really be about half of what we actually do. The other half of our operation is actually out in the community, working at various work sites in manufacturing, in the service sector, the hospitality sector. If you go to Godfather's for lunch, as an example, you go in there and the place is clean, and it always will be clean. We guarantee it, because Cedar Valley goes in there at 9 o'clock. Melissa and Jerry Ann and folks who report to them go in there with a crew of people with disabilities and clean the joint up, so that by 11 o'clock when you go in there for lunch, you will never realize it, but we were the folks behind the scenes. And the same thing applies at other places like Holiday Inn, Comfort Inn. We also do work for Viracon, for Truth, and Wenger out in the community, and we work for a lot of those companies right here in our facility. And we'll show you around in a few minutes and show you some of the work that we do. But it's vocational services for people with disabilities primarily, and residential services and day habilitation services.
Now we have a staff of how many?
We have currently, with all the residential staff and vocational staff, about 51 staff.
And you refer to your employees, clients.
You know, those terms are interchangeable. Some people prefer the term consumer, some people prefer client. All of the people who work for us, all of our staff and our clients, are all employees. I like to think of people as employees. They have a W-2, they get a paycheck, they're employees of our organization.
And there's 3 divisions to Cedar Valley.
That's correct. The original division of Cedar Valley was established in Austin, as I mentioned, and then Owatonna division opened in 1973, and then the Albert Lee division in 1978.
And I understand some of them have undertaken some of the ideas you've had here, such as the greenhouse.
Well, actually, I have to give credit to Myrna Peterson, who you met earlier. And a lot of people know Myrna around town, especially folks at the fair and folks around the flowers in Central Park and North Cedar Avenue and so on. Myrna is just a gem, and she really got the whole flower thing going.
Mm-hmm. Could you explain to our viewers the two types of divisions of clients that come here to work every day?
Well, if you're referring to the two major departments, Linda, we're talking about the Extended Employment Program, and that's the traditional work program, training folks to do work here in our plant and out in the community. And then the other department is the Day Training and Habilitation Program. A lot of folks will probably remember that as being the Steele County DAC, and the DAC and the workshop merged in 1985. So we're all under one roof now.
Can we take a look at this wonderful facility?
Absolutely, and you know what? I want the whole community to know that. People are welcome to come in here, walk in off the street, and I'll show you around. If I'm not here, one of these lovely staff people will show you around the facility and explain things. We're open to the public. We're a United Way organization. We're publicly funded, and we're not required to show the folks around, but we like to show people around.
Well, you've got me excited now. Can we go look?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thanks. So, Dave, where have we located now?
Well, Linda, this as you look around, you'll see these wonderful plants. These are this is the project that was inspired and really built by Myrna Peterson, who is well known in the Steele County community and her association with plants and flowers. And Myrna started planting flowers for us as a horticultural therapy back in the early 1990s. And our board of directors agreed to add on this greenhouse.
Wow.
And in this greenhouse, we put together, Myrna grows the plants that go out to the fairgrounds, all the plants at the fairgrounds. Myrna starts them here, transplants them out there. And Myrna also coordinates the watering and the care of the plants in Central Park and North Cedar Avenue.
Wow, and they're just beautiful. I don't know if the video can capture this, but they're just so green and luscious and vibrant. And never knew this was here. But all these plants are incorporated at the fairground and throughout.
That's right. These Myrna takes clipping seedlings, brings some plants up from Iowa, from little sprouts, and I don't really understand the magic of it. All I know is that these things are Myrna's creation, and she does a great job.
Well, we hope to meet Myrna in a later show, but right now, what else can you show us?
Oh, so much. Just follow me.
Okay. So, Dave, where are we located to now?
This is what we refer to as the MAP area. It's part of our facility where we do assembling and packaging, and we work for a number of companies around town, Wenger Corporation, Truth, Viracon, and we have a long-standing relationship with the manufacturing sector. I mentioned the service sector, the hospitality sector. Really, the meat and the potatoes of our operation is the manufacturing, the work that we do for the manufacturing sector here in our plant and out in the community. So, folks who are watching on TV, I'm sure can relate to getting an OPU bill. Just about everybody out there gets an OPU bill. And we used to do Waseca bills too, steel Waseca bills. But your OPU bill comes from here. We've been doing it for over 25 years. And so OPU drops off all the bills, the inserts, we collate them. Our clients here stuff the envelopes. We run them through our mailing machine. In fact, after OPU drops them off here, they don't see them again. They go to the post office from here.
A busy place. Can you show us another location?
Absolutely.
Share with us, our viewers, Dave, where are we right now?
We are in the Able Conference Room, the Able Edition. Folks from around town will probably remember about 9 years ago we added onto our building. I'm sure the folks saw the construction as they were driving by and just wondered what was going on. And we added on this series of homerooms, 4 homerooms, a gym, and a conference room. We're very proud of this addition. 5,278 square feet of quality addition right here.
And I know you said you were happy to have this table.
Yeah, I made this in my garage. No, I didn't make it in my garage. Yes, we're pleased. One little quality item of furniture in our our addition.
And there's more to see.
There's more to see. And remember, we want to invite the public to come and see.
Well, let's take our public and go see what else is out there.
Okay.
Dave, what room are we in now?
Well, this is one of our Able Edition bathrooms. Most businesses don't devote a lot of time to showing off their bathrooms, but we are proud of what we have here. This room is 10 by 10, and it has an overhead lift and gantry, which allows us to lift people out of wheelchairs or off this table from any point to any other point in the room. And since we adopted this practice of having these overhead lifts, in the 4 homerooms, there are 2 bathrooms like this, and we have reduced our back and shoulder injuries to 0. That's a big goose egg. None in the last 10 years. We used to have a lot of back and shoulder injuries, but when you have these mechanical lifts, it really helps. It's good for the clients, it's good for the staff. So we're proud of this.
Well, great. Do we have another area you're going to show us?
We certainly can.
Dave, we've relocated outside. Is this near the new addition?
It is. The new addition is right behind the camera. And I just wanted to emphasize, the fact that we serve people with disabilities, people with physical disabilities, people with cognitive disabilities, a variety of disabling conditions, folks who are blind and deaf and so on. We want to make our whole facility accessible. And this door behind us is a power door. It's motion activated, and we have these doors around the whole plant. The one behind Leanne back there is also a power door, and it's all on one level. So a person can arrive here in a wheelchair, get off the smart bus by themselves in a power wheelchair, and go through our whole facility without assistance.
And if somebody in the area would like to come and visit?
Yeah.
Do you have an open door policy?
Absolutely, yeah. Come to the front door and just ask for a tour.
And if they have questions about your programming, they can call?
Absolutely, yeah. We want, we're a United Way agency, we're funded by the county and the state, and we want the public to know that they can come in and visit us.
Thank you, Dave, for opening this up to us today.
Sure, you're welcome, thank you.
We are going to take a quick break to hear a message from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
And welcome back again from out on location, and we're glad to have you back. Time to wrap up the program on this Wednesday, March 16th. Congratulations again goes out to Rebel Alliance, the OHS robotics team. They ended up in the finals recently and were 14 out of 61. They also won the design award, so congratulations to them. The Owatonna Elks Lodge is having a St. Patrick's Day dinner. We've got a couple of St. Patty's announcements for you here for tomorrow. It is Thursday, March 17th, 5 to 7. They will have authentic Irish menu of corned beef and cabbage, baby red potatoes, dinner roll, and dessert. Tickets 15 in advance, 20 at the door, available at the Elks and from Kotke Jewelers. Also, the Steele County Historical Society is having their St. Patrick's Day concert featuring Romantica with authentic Irish music. That is starting at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30 at the History Center. $10 for members, $15 for non. Wine and beer cash bar available there as well. So a couple of ways to really celebrate St. Patrick's Day in style. We want to mention coming up on Friday, we will be talking KOWZ Home and Rec Show. So please join us then and have a great day.